then you do roundhouse into dash cancel, all that stuff. But I mean, I haven't really labbed all the reversal timings because you're drive rushing, right? And Honda covers a lot of initial range, so I don't know if this is the one to go for. And then the number one optimal starter for any punish counter combo is heavy hands with the install, because there you get this combo. This is the combo in its entirety. That's actually not the perfect combo. You could actually delay your second fierce and then just do heavy headbutt, like heavy punch and heavy headbutt, and that does a little bit more. That gets you up to like I believe 30 or 40 more damage, but that's the easier, simple variation. So what I would do instead in most cases for now, until you learn all the specific character punishes, is this. I like this combo because it's very hard to it's very hard to fuck up, and it gets the damage done, you know. So that's your cash out punish if you're trying to kill, which I think is an important thing to know for your character. Other ones you want to consider, like everything comes from launcher, right? So other ones you want to consider are this one right here. Not that one, sorry. This combo right there. And I would ignore level 2 for the most part because Honda always has corner carry, but if it can kill, you want to do a combo like this. But you could alternatively spend a little bit more bar. I think this works. I'm gonna be real, I haven't really messed with level 2 stuff, like mid-screen juggles, because level 2 comes out a lot slower. But, and I like to use it for other things. But anyway, so that's his punish counter information. Mid-range, I like to, from this range, I like to buffer medium punch into drive rush. Because this is where you get, not that combo, but I usually do this combo into juggle. I think you get this in the crutch medium. That's something I don't do enough. Yeah. So you want to do this. This right here. Now from the juggle, like everything is going to lead to juggle, right? From your crouch jab, you're going to do crouch jab, roundhouse, first hit into launcher. And then from medium, you're going to do stand medium punch, that launcher. And when you're really far out, like from a triple jab confirmed, you do something like that instead. Because the first hit of roundhouse is going to whip at max jab range. Okay, so when you get the juggle, what you want to keep in mind is your bar, but your goal is to get the corner. And if you're willing to spend resource, you will always get the corner with Honda. The combo I would recommend if you don't spend a lot of bar as a starter, like let's say you got the mid-screen punish counter and you want to optimize saving bar, you would do that juggle. So the EX sumo run juggle ender, that does a lot of, like it forces them into a knockdown state. You see how I'm plus 54? Honda's dash is 19 frames, so you get double dash Okuzeme here. And if you want to be safe, like you're at max range and you don't think this is going to hit, you could just drive rush. That's usually what I do. I want to do drive rush fierce. See, plus 13. You have a lot of time. You can pretty much do whatever media you want. Now, if you don't want to spend bar, you just do 2 hits of this, and you're plus 42, or plus 41, sorry, which is a safe jump against most characters. You also get a normal safe jump from this, to keep in mind. Like that is plus 42. And yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing right there for mid-screen ender. You want to get the corner, and then when you're in the corner, your pressure starter is medium punch because it's plus 1, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, plus 1, which lets you link it, or lets you chain into or, you know, frame trap with crouch jab. And it also naturally combos into crouch jab. So this is your autopilot, like, ender there. Whenever you can, you want to end with butt slam, by the way. I'm sure that's obvious, because you actually get Oki at all times. Mid-screen, you get Oki. But you only get it on standing, so make sure you stand confirm. Then in the corner, your combo looks like this. Pretty much the same stuff. Your juggle looks like this. That's the juggle routes. And the other very important thing is converting off the punish counter in butt slam. You just immediately do roundhouse into the juggle stuff that I was doing. Oh, by the way, if you're willing to spend 1 extra bar for the drive rush, it is good to do drive rush fierce into the sumo runs because you have time between the fierce and the run to just walk them down. So like if I'm like in this corner, look how much corner carry it has if I do the fierce. See all that corner carry. And I think in this case too, it's decent to go for this because you get drive rush, pressure, mid-screen. Right. He also has the anime conversion here. I actually wouldn't spend bar if you're gonna do this one. So I would do this. This is what it looks like. This is an alternative way to use level 2 to get the corner. And then if you have install, you get the double EX hands. Very expensive, but definitely get the corner. And you're basically at the distance you would get from a forward throw in the corner, which is, in my opinion, better in some cases than being point blank. And you're plus 13, so you could like do, you know, walk up crouch fierce or stand fierce or whatever you want for pressure. When you want to pressure safely, what I like to do is medium punch into medium hands in case they're DIing. This is DI safe. Like you're not confirming this, you're committing to it. And then if you have extra bar to spend, you know, obviously the drive rush. Another important buffer for Honda is crouch medium punch into EX hands. This will always work. Do you mind if I upload this segment to YouTube and give you full credit? I mean, eventually I'll make a Honda guide of my own. Kind of going over some of this stuff, so feel free to do whatever you want with the stream, I guess, but I'm just going to do the same thing later. We could also just collaborate if you're into, if you're an editor, and then we can do it that way. Anyway, this buffered into this is good because if they whiff a baton, like so, let's say Luke is poking with this, and you counter poked with stand medium punch into EX hands, you're not gonna hit right away, right? But from crouch medium punch, you will. And if you know you're gonna get the punish counter, you could also do it with stand medium punch. But crouch medium punch naturally links into EX hands, so it's definitely worth talking about. The only problem, I think, is that this move is stubby, but it is 8 frames, so it does have an important place in Honda's counter-poking kit. Another counter-poke that probably should be your #1 thing to look for if they're really whiffy is Fierce Punch, because obviously, you know, if you get the punish counter, you get your best stuff. So, like at range, you'll always be able to convert this into drive rush, roundhouse action. And if you're really far away, like far enough that you don't think your drive rush is gonna reach to like this point, like they're gonna crumple before you get to roundhouse range, you can just headbutt. And I heard you can alternatively do something like this, but I haven't labbed that, so I would just save bar. I would do this headbutt, store. And lastly, for now, store. The way I like to use it is making crouch fierce, which is a button you should use in neutral, because on counter hit, it gets you jab into stuff like this. But if they drive rush, if they drive impact, it's like, it'll beat this move. But if you have the hand install, you know, you'll interrupt them before they do anything. And also, it's just a really good punish if you happen to get it. By the way, in general with hands install, I prefer I'm gonna mute this because this song has slight lyrics. With hands install, I prefer to use it when they're grounded or really early in a combo. I don't think it doesn't serve much purpose as an ender to a combo. But if you do use it for juggle, it looks like this. Medium headbutt mid-screen, and then in the corner, heavy headbutt, you know, level 3 action, or whatever you want, really. You have a lot of options. And that's the biggest stuff with Honda. I'm trying to think of